Hello and welcome to the Open Book channel. My name is Oleander, your designated open book, and this is where I share my journey as an author, talk about the craft of writing, the business of being a content creator, and occasionally review really good books. I am currently doing a little series where I rebrand older releases under my defunct pen name to see whether I can improve their exposure through better fitting genre expectations and trying new marketing things. I will be working on the last installment of the Bleeding Heart series today, The Sunk Heart Fallacy. Before you ask, no, I cannot change the names at this point. I know it's a mouthful. I had a really cool idea for the paperback cover, so I actually needed to make that before the ebook version this time. Because it's called the Bleeding Heart series, and I was leaning into watercolor textures and making the color palette darker with each installment, I had the idea to have watercolor stain the spine and bleed into the front and back covers, so from the books sitting on the bookshelf together, it just looks like the series gets a progressively darker red. And, you know, it kind of resembles blood. Bleeding Heart, you get it. The line work was going to get rougher as I went too, so I went with a thin pen type font for the author and back, but kept the title font sharp to convey the edginess. As for the illustration itself, unfortunately, with redoing the series, I hit a point of exhaustion like I had when I first wrote and released these. I know I should remove myself, take a break for a month or something, and come back with fresh eyes. But at this point, I don't think that will help. Touching these books is just so draining because of what they are, not because of the work that needs to go into them to make them more visually appealing or anything. I don't necessarily malfunction while writing blurbs as some authors unfortunately do. I just suck at condensing my trauma into something palatable, or rather spending time sitting and putting hours of effort into looking at each of these pieces objectively. No matter how I try, I don't think I can remove my subjectivity and be a better, more professional writer, at least when it comes to these. It seems like engaging with them, period, automatically sets me in a state of unwell, so giving distance won't help if I have to come back anyway and start this all over again. So with that in mind, I slapped together an illustration for the front of stock graphics from Canva. For now, my intent is that it'll serve as a placeholder. More than anything, I want to get proofs of this book to see how the red ink textures look on the black paper and how centered the illustration is. I've had an odd time with designing a cover for another author for KDP where the spine was quite off from where KDP said it would be. I don't expect this to be a first-run success, so instead of holding everything up because I'm burnt out on a better Amazon page blurb, I'm doing what I can to push forward and get all the proofs together. I am genuinely excited to try marketing this series better, but trying to rewrite the blurbs for the contents just got me messed up. The decision that I came to for the back of TSHF is both a compromise and something that I feel is a little smart. I could be wrong and totally full of myself, but rather than a description that would water down the raw chaos of the prose inside with an overview, I just listed the single word section titles. Each one is a theme of the book, and the list is the stages of the relationship being dissected and exactly how it deteriorated. Isolation to escalation, illness, abuse, impotence, apathy, and finally, indignation, at least on my part. I think these are both accurate and kind of mysterious. These books are never going to be pre-printed and sold at retailers. People are going to order them through print on demand, so they'll know it's indie. And since they're committing to physical, hopefully know what it's about already. So this feels like it would just look cool to hold or display. Bit of an interesting choice, some might say, but what's the point of doing this if I don't experiment and have some fun? It's different than other books, that's for sure. My next video in this series should hopefully be me unboxing the proofs I receive. I will also include the process of making an illustration from the Sunk Heart Fallacy's cover if I do change it. Currently, I'm drawing a blank on how to escalate the ones in the series thus far, so if you have any ideas, please share. I'd love to hear them. Even saying that no illustration seems needed is also valid, and I value your opinions. Until then, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.